this documentary, and it spent some time going back in the Emmitt Smith negotiation. There's nothing new about what we're talking about here today relative to contracts. That's been going on a long time. Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money. Contracts are 4 or 5 years. There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. There's a lot to look at. You get hit by a car. Seriously.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to First Take on a Wednesday. So you know what that means. Christopher,
great to be back.
So good to see you. And we're crewed up.
Lewis is here.
Hey, in the building.
The dog.
Oh, gosh.
What?
Look at him, clean.
It's nice, though. It's
Okay,
nice.
all right.
It's a nice out. I don't know if you need it. It's 100 degrees out. I don't know if you need that.
It ain't 100 degrees in here.
No, it's freezing. Tell them.
True.
Yeah.
Kimberly, how was vacay, girl?
Great. Do you see my tan?
Yes,
Thank you.
I do. Looking relaxed and golden.
I mean, you've been gone for a month.
Okay. Easy.
You and Stephen A. My goodness gracious. We're
is that
seeing him
dude?
week 1. I'm surprised you're here on July 20th.
Basically.
Take it down a notch. I'm here and I'm ready to go, and I'm in rare form, so buckle up. Big time. All right. It doesn't feel like Cowboys training camp unless there's some tension brewing. So Cowboys camp is underway. Micah Parsons remains without a long-term contract extension. Jerry Jones never one to shy away from sharing his opinion or a microphone. We just heard what he had to say about the situation at the top of the show. Now, Parsons, who is present at camp, had this to say in response. Listen up.
You go around the league and you see these other teams taking care of their best guys. I see TJ got taken care of. Max got taken care of. Miles got taken care of. And he got 2 years left on his deal. So it's hard to, you see a lot of people around the league getting taken care of. You just, wish you had something that, that same type of energy. If they don't want me here, they don't want me here. I'll go about my business. I understand the nature of the business. Like I said, as long as I'm here and under contract, I'm gonna do what I have to do to perform at the highest level. But if this is the end, this is the end. There's the same way that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the other Jerry Jones take care of their family, the same way I need to take care of my family. You know what I mean? I got my own 3 kids of my own, so we all need to take care of my own family at the end of the day.
The same way Jerry Jones has to take care of his family, I got to take care of mine. Mad Dog?
When I started here, every time Jones is going to say something, he's going to get himself in a little hot water. Last year, he got mad at the announcers. Remember, he did the talk show. He's all over the place. He's after games. He's in the locker room, which is ridiculous. He's got his radio show once a week. He's 80-something years of age. Sometimes it needs to be filtered. He's not. So we shouldn't be shocked. But, again, is it that big a deal? We went through the same thing last year with C.J. Lamb. Did they get him signed? They got him signed. They went through the same thing last year with Dak. You got to pay him. This is ridiculous. They paid him $60 million. So it's July. What is it, the 22nd of July? It's a long way to go to week 1. You know better than anybody that once we start the season, they're going to get Micah Parsons signed. So in the process of helping our show, helping radio shows, it's great material.
So
but to me, it's
about helping us.
It's a lot to do about nothing because of the. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. Maybe he says, Russo's on tomorrow with Riddick. Let me give him something.
So you're not buying it?
Because at the end of the day, week 1 of the NFL, he'll be a long-time Cowboy.
Yeah. See, it's great for us because we have stuff to talk about. But look, they're supposed to be in the business of not creating content for ESPN. They're supposed to be in the business of winning football games. And see, I know people say, well, didn't Doggy just say he's going to be on the field week 1? What's the big deal? We were just discussing this. Look, it's not just about getting him signed. It's about how you get him signed. It's about the message you send to him. It's about the message you're sending to the rest of the guys in the locker room. It's about the message, like, for instance, what message did he just send Dak Prescott by saying, hey, look, I signed one guy to made him the highest paid quarterback in the league, and then look at him. He went out and got hurt. He didn't even play, half the season. It's like, what message are you sending? Like, Dak's sitting there going, yeah, I got my money. Yeah, I'm straight for generations. But, man, is that how you really feel? Micah Parsons is sitting there saying, you heard what he just said in that press conference, right? He said, if they don't want me, then I guess, it's like, how in the world should you be putting out the kind of, the kind of aura around this young man to make him feel as though he may not be wanted in Dallas, given the fact that You drafted him. You drafted him high at a premium position, and he has kicked everyone's ass in the league since he's come into the league. How are you making him feel that way to where now you're saying, well, eventually I'm just going to wind up paying him anyway? Look, you're always looking for competitive advantages. You're always looking for that little inch in a league that's built for parity. And it may not show up, in terms of Micah, like absolutely like saying, look, I'll send you a message, because he's not going to do that. But what's going to happen is there's going to be guys who sit there and go, hey, look, it really is just a business when you play for the Dallas Cowboys. They don't really care about you other than just for the business aspect. And Jerry knows I can't really get away with not paying Micah, so I have to pay him. So guess what those guys are going to wind up doing? They're not going to wind up doing the extra for you, the extra for your organization, and it'll show up somewhere. It'll cost you somewhere on a third down in a 2-minute situation. Somewhere a corner will be cut, not intentionally, that will keep you from getting to where ultimately every team says they want to go, which is the Super Bowl, and where Jerry's been himself. So, I don't understand why you make this process so convoluted and such a damn clown show all the time. But, hey, we like it because we can sit here and talk about it for days.
Mm-hmm. I think loyalty goes both ways. And I think the two things that can hurt a relationship, resentment over time and hard feelings. And I think, we just came off a Get Up and we were talking about this. And I said, picture a guy is dating perfect girl. She loves him. He loves her. She's beautiful, smart, has a lot of money. Like, she's great. She can take care of herself. But he's hesitant. Even after 5 years, he's hesitant about putting a ring on it. And he says to her, well, I don't know. The divorce rate, it's over 50%. Like, I don't know if this marriage will survive. Or he says, over the course of our relationship, who knows? You might put on weight, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Like, Jerry Jones, the way he talks about this, and he could get, Dak got hurt last year despite me paying money. It's all this unnecessary nonsense that at the end of the day, is Micah the type of player you want in your organization? Is he one of the best at his position? Is he one of the premier talents that we have in the game? You knew this was coming. You saw the CD, the DAC of it all took forever. It shouldn't come to this point where Micah actually looks confused and hurt. He's sort of like, if they don't want me, I'll go elsewhere. The fact that Micah Parsons would even utter that speaks to just the confusion around the situation, because it doesn't have to be like this, doggy. Do I think it will get done? I do. But we don't have to wait until game 1 of a regular season for them to finally get. We knew this was coming down the pike.
This is why, on this show, and we all are very entertained by it, this is why Stephen A. hammers them every year and says, just wait. What can go wrong will go wrong. And see, people will say, well, you can't draw a direct line between what's happening with Micah now to them maybe losing some kind of divisional game in November. Yeah, you're right. I can't make a direct correlation between the two, but I can promise you somewhere along the line, it may not be Micah himself. Someone in that locker room may be going, and they're not even committed. Look at how this guy had to fight and scrap for his. You know what? I know that I'm only a backup player. I'm not going to put in the extra time right now because you know what? I'm probably not going to play anyway. So what the hell do I care? And then someone goes down, then you're not prepared. Then you go in the game in a crucial moment and you make a mistake that costs people the game. And you can trace that kind of thing back to the kind of perception and the kind of culture that you're kind of manifesting by doing stuff like this. I'm telling you, I've been involved with it. I've seen it, and it happens.
Who is Stephen A's best friend on the Cowboys?
Jerry Jones.
Okay. Who creates all this nonsense year after year with contracts and this, that, and the other, shows, after games? Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
So Stephen A. kills the Cowboys. The guy he should be killing is the guy that he's in helicopters with and on a plane. And that is Jerry Jones. You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
Sometimes it feels like they care more about winning the headlines and the brand than they will actually do winning championships.
All the time.
It's costing them money.
Yeah.
When you look at a situation like last year when they could have gotten a guy like Derrick Henry and they didn't, they wait on these contracts and it cost them players.
Now, Parsons also said Henry wasn't the reason why we lost. We would have won 4 games anyway at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you know what?
And you saw who was right next to Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, talking about, that guy got his money, that guy got his money.
Listen, it might all be posturing, but at the end of the day, Micah Parsons should never feel like he's an option and he's disposable.
The fact that we're even saying that is just bizarre.
It's like, why do that and why make that public? But again, we're all part of the show.
Yeah.
And right now, I feel like the ringleader because I started the show with it. We'll keep it moving here, guys. Staying in the division in the NFC East, we're going to Washington. Terry McLaurin is seeking a long-term deal with the